Warp Pipe Wednesday.
Warp Pipe Wednesday.
It's coming at you.
I got a topic for you, Jay. We're a little late to the punch since how we record these, but that's fine. We can chime in and give our opinions. But did you know GameStop's getting back into retro games, selling them?
I did find out about that. I have a little secret intel known as Riffer City Ransom, aka Jordan. And he was like, dude, they have one in Spartanburg now, which is like 30, 40 minutes from where I live. He's like, do you want to go? And I was like, well, it'll depend on when and what time, but maybe. But it's like, it's going to be strictly retro. They're going to have like an own store strictly for retro, if I'm understanding this correctly.
So I didn't look into it a whole lot, but I did watch Mr. Rightway put out a video of him going to a
Right
few of
way.
the stores, and I felt like they were already doing it was like a section, right, of
Okay.
GameStop, and I'm like, I could have sworn some of those. I mean, they
They
didn't have
did
a
that
whole lot, like it
previously.
was like 5 or 10 games, but the ones he was showing, had a bunch of like PS3 games, Xbox 360 games, some Wii U stuff, kind of like that. So the way I thought they were pitching it, where so maybe they'll do that to most stores and then have designated retro stores, right? That are more focused with everything on there.
Yeah.
But I feel like they probably have a lot of backstock, I want to say, just in the warehouse that they
Like
were
from when
sitting on.
they did this several years ago and like kind of shelved the idea, maybe they're hanging on to some product that they
Yeah,
can
I
retry
mean,
again.
getting stored trade-ins from like round the I don't know, is it worldwide or at least around the US? That's
Right.
hundreds upon hundreds of stores. I imagine they still have a bunch somewhere, right? That they can ship out to you. Now, I mean, the downside, maybe you're not always going to get the case. Maybe you're going to get a DVD case instead of the PlayStation case, or
Yeah.
one of the cases that has the GameStop slip in there that just says the game. And when I'm buying retro games, I'm like, well, I want the original case with the freaking booklet and all that. Unless you're selling
Yeah.
it at a discounted rate where that's considered loose, because I know Retro Games Plus near me, they have loose based games and you get it for half the price of what it would normally sell as because you're just getting a loose disc.
Yeah. I don't know. Pretty weird, right? Like, do you think this will last? Like the first go around didn't work out for him too well.
Right. I mean, I'm in a few group chats with some of my friends and whatnot, and they said, a lot of people were making posts saying, support your local retro game store,
Well,
not corporate GameStop.
that's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
I mean, you guys all know that I'm a huge fan of this particular store in my area called the Video Game Cavern, run by the wonderful Pac-Man Case. Um, and I just don't see myself going to GameStop to buy a retro game. I mean, I will go out of my way to go to the Game Cavern to get one if I need something. So I just have a relationship there.
Mhm.
I've been going there for 10 years. I just don't see myself going somewhere else out of maybe a few minutes of convenience.
Right. Maybe if, I don't know, your son wanted to go to GameStop and you're in there while he's browsing around, and maybe you call, oh, hey, there's a copy of whatever retro game. You're like, maybe I'll pick this up too.
Maybe. I mean, that's possible, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't see me doing it, but I mean, I'll definitely check it out to see what it's all about and what they got going on.
Right, right.
Uh, but
Definitely the
yeah,
curiosity for some of the people, I'm sure, will go and do that for sure. But again, like I said, when I'm usually getting the games I want, you're taking a gamble. Even if you're buying online, you're like, am I going to get the case? Is it going to be a loose disc? It's going to be scratched when it comes in. I don't know.
yeah,
I
hard to
guess what
say.
my other thing would be too is if you're going to roll this out to all stores, I feel like a lot of the employees that are there don't really know retro, right? They're just going to be typing in, and here's what you get for store credit. So I'm like, are people going to trade in like repros of like Earthbound or like
I mean, that already
Pagani or
happened.
like
Remember, didn't that happen a while back? Like,
it
somebody
might right, it might have.
they traded in a repro and either got a lot of money or they sold a repro to somebody for a lot of money. I can't remember, but what year was it when they tried this already? Was it, like, 2017? I can't remember when this was a big deal.
I mean, I could try to Google it here. GameStop sells retro games
Like, when did they get in
the
they
first time.
yeah, yeah, when was that? 2016, 2017, 2018? I don't know.
Of course, everything's coming up now with
With all the new stuff, the new news, yeah. Hard to say.
right.
Um, I don't know. Um, they also have so much other random stuff in the store. Are they gonna, like, do away with some of that? Like, you can go in there and get Pokemon plushies and all kinda random shirts and, like, where are they gonna space
Where are they
this
gonna
at?
put
Because
all that? Yeah, right.
these stores are already tiny.
What do we got? We hear from the Washington Post. Fans of older game consoles and games for them now will be available to buy at select GameStop stores nationwide. The classics are back, the chain wrote in all capital letters in a post on X. New retro GameStops are now spawning near you.
I mean, like, the classics have been back. They're just trying to jump on the bandwagon.
Right, right. It's like we've already
As a
been
matter of
purchased those
fact,
classics.
yeah, like, for the last 10 years, like, where you been? I mean, I don't know, it's just so interesting. We'll see what happens. So far, there are none in my current area, uh, other than Spartanburg, which I don't really wanna go that far to look at it, but, I would like to think Greenville would get one sooner or later, so we'll see.
I mean, I had a few GameStops close in my area,
Yeah?
so I'm curious to see the last one I did go to. I did purchase the Super Mario Brothers Blu-ray movie because I couldn't
Did
find
you?
it at Target. Like Target didn't have it. They had like 10 movies. Their DVD sections shrunk. Best Buy
Ugh,
closed near me, so I was like in
ugh,
there browsing around with Gwen because I took her to the mall to kind of like have her
yeah,
walk around and this and that. I was like, ah, you know what? They got a small little movie section with all video game movies, and I was like,
yeah,
I'll grab it. So I could see, maybe them having a case again with like 10
yeah,
games in it or something like that.
yeah,
I guess if the prices are good, you're like, maybe I pick it up, but most of the retro games that I want, I already own, so I'm like, eh.
same, same, as you can clearly see here.
Clearly in the bookcase by Jay.
Yeah,
So, I don't know, I thought we'd chime in on the GameStop thing. Other than that, we could kinda just talk about what else is going on, what's happening,
yeah,
what we've been up
what's
to.
happening? Well, I'll tell you something that might be shocking, Russ, because I feel like I said in the last month that this would never happen, but I'm doing this for promotional, honestly. This beautiful sign back here, it may be for sale. Never thought I would say those words, ever.
I got
So
a big game room that needs
so the
some side
best
that could go in my garage.
I'm gonna be super upfront. The best offer I've gotten so far is 6.5K.
Wow.
So I'm looking
Shipped or
for
local?
no local picking up.
Okay.
So I'm looking for as
Somewhere
close to
close
8
to that.
as close to 8 as I can get. We'll see. We'll see how close to 8 I
Now, are
can
you
get.
putting that money toward like, do you have a goal, like, I need to purchase a pool or whatever, like, or it's just gonna like, "Alright, take it," not just go in the savings or something like that?
Just just paying off some stuff we've been working on for a while, and my wife's like, I know you like that sign, but it'd be really awesome if you would get rid of it and we could pay off this stuff and just be done with it." And I was like,
S
I can't believe you just yeah, exactly. I was like,
Next, I
I'll
gotta
tell
sell my Ninja Turtles and my
so
monsters in my
s-
pocket.
so here's the lesson to you. Don't tell your spouse how much your crap is worth. I should have been like, "What? This whole thing? This is like $100. This is nothing.
100
This thing,
bucks. I
I
mean,
can make 100.
I got a deal on it for I forgot even which
I
you
got it
got
for
it so cheap,
50% off of what it's
50%
actually
off.
worth." Yeah. So
There we go.
anyway, we'll
Take
see.
that note, listeners.
We'll see if it happens, but if you want to message me,
Oh, did I
email
have
me at nesaddicts@gmail.com with your offers.
there you go.
And
It
if it
could be
ain't
yours.
good, I'm gonna laugh at it.
Did I take a picture? I was at Retro World last week or so. Oh, yeah. Here, I did I took a very short video. I
I
was
think, like, September 17th, I'll have had this exactly 2 years. So, it's graced my room for 2 years, I've enjoyed it. It is gorgeous, it is beautiful.
I did see this at Retro World was a Game Boy version
Yeah,
of your sign there, and then,
yeah,
much like you said, we crowded the guy around who he ended up purchasing it there, and we were asking him what he paid for it, and he was kinda like, and my friend, Craig was like, "Alright, did you pay, like, 3 grand or this and that?" And he's like, "I didn't want" his wife was nearby, and he's like, "I don't want my wife to know, like, kinda what I paid." And I was like,
right,
"Oh,
right,
you
right.
mean you got that for, like, $200? Great
Yeah,
deal.
yeah, yeah, sweet deal, dude.
Sweet deal,
Um,
man."
so, if I could handpick some people, I think Gamer Aimer would be the first person I would want to have it.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Where the heck is she gonna put this? I can't believe all the stuff she
I
has.
don't care where she puts it, but
Gamer,
it
aimer, where
belongs.
are you gonna fit this
I
in your
feel like this belongs in her museum. I don't even think it's we can't even call it a basement or a game room anymore. It is a straight
Right,
up
right.
museum, and this could be her crown jewel because this thing is unbelievably incredible.
Now can
Collector,
she I was gonna say, can she purchase it and then pick it up at Southeast Game Exchange next year?
I would love that, but I don't. She says she's got some
Get
stuff
it out.
going on and can't really do it right now. Collector's Luck, up in
Mhm.
Minnesota, is another person who I know appreciates this sign, and I would like him to have it if he could. Um, I think Retro Rick would be a great landing spot. Having this for all to see and enjoy in his game,
Game
his game
store.
store. Um, if I thought there was some way, your guy who used to work for, who's on Pixel Podcast, could
Oh,
get it,
Chris, yep.
Chris, that would be awesome. I just want it to be somewhere where it's loved and appreciated, and I just if I could just handpick somebody, I think I would. Brandy would be my number one choice, probably.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
Aaron wanted to buy it, I'd probably send it. Like give Aaron dibs on it. Um,
It is tough because it is such a large piece, and then
it's huge.
shipping, it's like, "Okay, what is shipping gonna cost? $400? Like, do you even wanna ship it because it's
Right,
fragile and"
so I'll say in all honesty, I don't really want to ship it because I'd be terrified it wouldn't make it there in one piece, and it's such a costly piece. I would prefer somebody to just come pick it up. Um, but I don't know, man. I don't wanna sell it if I'm being blunt and honest about it. I don't want to, but I feel I feel a little bit of pressure to get rid of it, and it'll be really sad when I look at myself in my monitor and I don't see it sitting here, but,
you better get some lamp or something to
I'm just
fill
gonna
the spot over there.
start hugging it right now. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, if you wanna throw me a good offer, it's gotta be better than one I just mentioned.
Yeah,
Um, but,
I'm
because
willing to come
because
out to pick it up.
because I think if nothing happens by the end of the year, I think I may call my friend up who made the offer and be like, "Hey, let's do it." But I wish he would come up. If he called me tomorrow and said, "I'll do it for 7,000," I'd probably be like, "All right," just because I know he can come get it like next weekend.
Right, and be done
So
with it and get it out.
yeah, be done with it, get it out, and get the money in the bank and do what we gotta do. But
I could do I could do 28, 20 a week for the next for as long as the podcast goes.
dude, dude, that I don't know, that might not work.
I will trade you the Mario Kart car.
No thanks. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, Russ, if you could get it, that'd be amazing. Go sell $7,000 worth of stuff, $8,000 worth of stuff, and get it to you. So,
Well,
and that's
that
the
say brings me on to my next topic of, if you guys wanna sign up for my OnlyFans.
dude. No, like that's one thing. Like I'm like, man, should I start a Patreon just to be able to keep this thing? But then I was like, well, one time I remember, and I won't call this person out because they're a friend of ours. But one time I had a friend on YouTube, and he was like, "Hey, man, do you think I should start, like, a Patreon, to help pay some bills?" And I was like, "With all of those games behind you, you wanna start a Patreon?" I was like, "Everybody's gonna look at you and be like, 'Man up and sell your crap
Right,
to pay
right.
your bills.'
Yeah, it's it's
No one's
money
gonna
for
wanna
bills.
give you money so you can keep all your video games and pay your bills, like, you if you're that bad off, you need to sell your
Right.
stuff and do what you gotta do." So, anyway, but yeah. So, we'll see if it
That's
happens.
it.
We'll see if it really happens. I'm pretty god it doesn't. Like, maybe I can, like, win some lottery money or something. I don't know. I love
Yes.
it. It's so cool. You know? I don't know. Gabbo wanted it. Gabbo, give me a call, whoever, you know?
It's tough because all these people are so, far away essentially, and I guess the only way I feel like would be good if Retro Rick got it,
Oh,
even if he didn't keep it for his game room, maybe if he has that convention coming up,
well, yeah.
someone there might want like, I don't know if he's doing an auction. I feel
Yeah, I
like
don't
it could go
know.
for a lot at auction or
Yeah. I mean, you know, I wish Eric or Jared could get it, and Matt, any of our friends. I just really would like somebody to get to go to somebody.
well, this way you could see it in their videos. They'd be
Well,
like, "That was mine.
exactly.
That was mine.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
that."
Come on, Jared, you're single. Eric, talk your wife
Sell
into it.
sell some vintage shirts.
Tell Steph, like, honey, this will be like the greatest thing ever at my new game room.
Listen, I was
And then I
trying
can,
to get, like, a $500 werewolf from Costco. I got shot down.
yeah, screw the werewolf. This is cooler. Anyway, all right. So let's stop talking about it because it's making me depressed.
There we go. In other news, I gotta pull it up so I know correctly. So I was playing my game, Sea of Stars on PS4, and I wanted to 100% it, and I had, 2 trophies left to 100% it. Yep, so here it is, you could see on my PlayStation app. I've spent 64 hours playing this game,
Good lord.
but I have all the trophies. I got platinum the trophies. It says, with the platinum one, ultra rare, only 3% of people that play the game essentially get this trophy here.
You're in the 3%, Russ.
I'm in the 3%. And they do have DLC for this game coming out in spring of next year. And I definitely, yeah, I've been telling a bunch of people about the game to check it out if you like Chrono Trigger and in that vein. Um, it kind of plays similar to that. And I ended up doing New Game Plus and going back through because to get the last trophy, you needed to beat 10 bosses with this amulet on where your energy was only like 20 instead of like, I'm at like 300 now because I've been playing for so long. So it
Yeah,
handicaps you.
that's cool.
So I beat it. And then I actually ended up purchasing digitally the messenger just on my PS4 because I have it digitally and physically on my Switch. But this game is tied to the messenger and the music is the same. It's the same company. Sabotage Studios did both games, and I was been itching to play the messenger, and my Switch is kind of packed away since we're moving, and it was at 80% off on like
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation. So I was like, it's like $3 or whatever. I'll
Yeah, that's
buy it
the
again and
messenger's
support the
worth
company.
$3. Exactly.
So I might be playing through that a little bit just because music's so good and really enjoyed that game.
I popped in, Metroid Dread in the old Switch Lite today,
Oh, nice, nice.
so
Yeah, I'd like to
maybe
play through that game again too. That was a fun one.
I gotta get I gotta get, back on Metroid Prime, though, so
Yeah, that's true. Got to finish that one up. I haven't played 2 or 3. I don't know if I'm just holding off until they make a remaster of possibly 2 and 3 to hold us over until
yeah.
4 comes out.
Yeah, I won't play it unless they remaster it because I just don't want to. I wanna play it on the Switch, but yeah, I gotta get through the first one, so I was making some progress, then I put it down, I haven't touched it since.
I was gonna say because I was thinking of playing through Metroid Dread again, and I was like, "Ah," like, I got that nice collector's edition, and it got me thinking that, once I moved into the house got everything kind of situated with the game room and stuff. I want to either once a week or maybe twice a week, just put maybe an hour aside to just maybe choose something out of the game collection to just look at or appreciate or like
Right.
I was like, you know what? I got that collector's edition. I probably barely looked at that art booklet that came with
Yeah.
it. I'd love to just like sit down, open that art booklet and just browse it
Kinda
for
peruse.
half an hour, an hour. It's like, I bought all this stuff and you just look at it once, put it in the case, never touch it again or whatever. And
Right. Yeah, yeah.
so I was like, maybe pick a few items. And I was like, maybe I'll do a short video of like,
Do a
hey,
series.
this is this week's item, and me thumbing through it and just my thoughts and stuff on that. But just
Yeah.
something to appreciate this stuff in your collection a little bit
Yeah.
more rather than it just sitting on the shelf. So
Yep.
within news of that, I did go to the house today. We put primer all over the studio. I did 3 coats on the ceiling, and tomorrow
Wow.
I'm going there to do like the base coat, the color on the walls,
Cool.
and flooring should be put in next week. So then technically I could start moving stuff into there. I just won't have internet for another month, so I could probably
Yeah.
film some stuff there. I just can't stream.
Right. Um, Man, I was gonna say something. My ADD just kicked in.
It's about the house. It's about
It wasn't about the
film,
house.
filming stuff. You're making a
Uh,
new YouTube video.
Ron Man wants me to do another, what is it? What did I used to call it? The Saturday Super Show for Halloween episode. Because I did
Oh, okay.
one. I did one Saturday Super Show, and then I never did it again.
Someone just
Uh,
brought up in my live stream that they're excited for my Halloween special. Usually I do every year the Russell Lyman
oh, yeah.
Halloween special.
You you do a good job with that.
So I was like, I need to start kind of formatting and writing it. But I will be moving in the house the first week of October, so then I should have time to knock it out.
Yeah. Man, I have no idea what I was gonna say, Russ. It's
I
just
mean,
gone.
heck, if you want to, I'll have you on for a segment of that
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
it could almost be a promo. Like if you do get something together, you can have
Okay.
that on and be like, hey, well, come over to my channel and check out the Saturday Super Show Halloween special as well after the Russ Lyman.
We'll see. We'll see if I
We'll
can get
see.
it done. Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Man, I had something good. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Okay,
I know. I will tell you this. I chipped my tooth the other day and had to have it like a cavity. That's exciting, right?
on
Filled.
like something eating? Like how'd you
Yeah. I
playing
don't know how I
hockey?
did it. No, it wasn't playing hockey. That'd be a way cooler story. But I also bit my lip, which I can see in the video is like swollen right now
Oh
because I
yeah.
couldn't. I got 12 shots of Novocaine, and because
Jeez.
I kept feeling it whenever she would blow the air in my tooth.
Oh
I was like,
right,
yeah, I
right.
still feel it. It still feels kind of sharp and hurtful. So, like, yesterday, my mouth was so numb and I was eating, and all of a sudden, I just felt my tooth go through my lip, which I just now realized you can see in the video.
A little piece of skin hanging out.
Kinda crazy. Um, so that happened, but the one thing that I wanted to tell you guys, I don't. It just slipped my mind. As soon as this podcast is over, that's when I'll remember it.
I will say,
S
me and the wife ended up watching the original Beetlejuice this week in preparation for the new one coming out.
Ooh, I don't know if I can talk the wife into seeing if I can go see that this weekend, but I'd love to. But that's coming out, and then, Friday also is, One More Time Deluxe Edition.
Nice.
Gotta mention that.
Gotta mention it. Get your get your pop punk on.
That's right.
Uh, I did go to see Incubus and Coheed and Cambria
Pretty good?
in Madison Square Gardens. I'd never been there before, so we ended up taking the train in. We got pizza at Joe's Pizza, which we always go to. That's the one that was in Spider Man. And then we met our friends to check out the concert. So Coheed opened up the show. It was a sold out show as well, and our seats were pretty good. They weren't nosebleed seats, but kind of in the middle. I'd
Gotcha.
say, checking out the band like there. We weren't like far back, so it was kind of just looking straight across on
Gotcha.
there. Did I have it close by? No, I could bring up a picture. I didn't
Was
get.
Madison Square Gardens awesome?
Yeah, it's pretty epic for sure. I was like, I'd never been there before, and I was like, man, place is big. I can imagine seeing a game here or something.
I'd like to see the Rangers play there.
Oh, yeah?
I would like to, that'd be sweet.
Let's see. So I ended up picking up, if you guys know Coheed or not, I don't know. I picked up this graphic novel called The Armory Wars, and it's
Huh.
signed by the singer from Coheed and Cambria, Claudio. And so basically, he made comic books or graphic novels based on each album that
Yeah,
they
because
put
they're
out.
supposed to be like stories, right? They're like whole stories.
Right. So I always heard about it and I was like, oh, they got it here. It was like 45 bucks autographed. And so like I'm gonna look up on Amazon to get the other ones. That one was based off of their first album. And it's pretty an intense story. It's like a sci-fi action-y story. And I'm curious what the other ones, and I'm kind of going back and like, oh, let me listen to the first album and kind of like, oh yeah, he's singing about that. Like this is what happened in the story. So it's kind of cool to see that. They definitely killed it playing, and then Incubus went on, and they ended up playing. It was their Morning View tour, so they played all of Morning View, which, if I'm being honest, I don't enjoy that album that
You
much.
don't enjoy that album.
There's like a few good tracks on it. So when they finally finished that, then they're like, all right, we're gonna play some other songs. So of course they did Pardon Me
Oh, yeah.
off of
Pardon me
that
while
was their
I burst,
right,
rise
off
above
Make
the
Make
flames.
Yourself CD, which I like that one a little bit better. And they did play one song off of the previous album called Science. They played the
Okay.
song Vitamin, because when I saw them the first time, it was on the Family Values tour, and that's
Oh,
when Science had just come out, essentially. But my wife kinda brought up, she's like, "Well, maybe, they can't really do some of the songs because literally in some of the songs, he kinda yells or screams, where now their sounds kinda, not that was, like, all the
right.
rage then, now it's more mellow and this and that." So it's like, "Yeah, I guess so." And they did a couple songs, like, they're playing their song, and then they would go into this other song, and they literally went into, Phil Collins, the, I could see it
In the air tonight.
all in it, yeah. Do 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 do. I was like, "This is awesome."
That's crazy. I love that.
Yeah, so that was cool that they, like, incorporated a few of those, and the crowd went wild singing that.
I'm
So,
sure.
overall, good show. We, walked back to the train station, grabbed myself an ice cream at one of the trucks,
Oh,
and
nice.
hopped on the train, and we got home, I wanna say, like, 1:30. I think I got to
Ooh,
bed at 2, and then I had to
ooh,
get up at 5:30 for work.
ooh,
Was not enjoying that. But
ooh.
I only had to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Costco's closed for Labor Day, so I've been off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm off tomorrow, Thursday, so I got a nice
Wow, getting a nice
4-day off.
refresh.
Yeah, so it's been good to get some stuff done, sleep in, kinda
Yeah,
hang out some, because I was like, "Oh, I'm really not looking forward to going to this concert and get back so late."
yeah, exactly. Well, sweet.
That probably sums up, I guess, what's been going on in our lives. And again, yeah, if you guys want to make a serious offer on Jay's sign, you can inbox him or I don't know, call.
nesaddicts@gmail.com. There's an S on it. nesaddicts at gmail.com. Or if you know me personally and have my phone number, shoot me a
There
text.
you go. There you go. Feel free to call us here at the show. Leave a voicemail 949-682-9277. We'll play the voicemail on the podcast. Save it to your phone. This way you can call in whenever something pops in your head. Let me tell the boys.
Right.
Give us a buzz. Tell the boys. The boys are back in town.
We are back.
Shout out to all the Patreon people that support us. We got Dan and Nicole's Treasures Untold, Joe Sheevy, Trace Livingood, Samantha Chang,
Trying to
Rodney
tell
Torres,
slide
Retroholic 16, and Austin Mills.
in the 50-50 it now.
Nice. You feel free to support us here on YouTube as well as a channel member. Get the same benefits, and it supports the show. And if you like this show here, we got every Saturdays weekly Warp Pipe, where we got fun topics where we take you back, get a little nostalgia.
Dark slide.
We got to bring up fingerboards as one episode, right? Did we
Yeah.
talk about finger? I don't think we ever talked about fingerboards.
I don't know. Probably not.
Oh well. Well, guys, we appreciate you jumping in the warp pipe with us, and we'll see you on the next level.